Hi, this is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Jason Alberty, founder of the Foundry, new theater production troupe in the Cedar Rapids area. Jason, welcome.
Thanks, Dennis. It's great to be here.
So you have been an actor and a director and worked in theater. You're also a member of, have worked with SPT Theater for a long time, and now you are bringing in a new theater to the area. So tell me about the Foundry.
Well, the Foundry Performance Laboratory is, it's been around for a little bit. The main difference this year is we've finally become a 501c3, which is really, really what we've been working toward. We've got really three sort of wings. We've got our performance wing, and then we've got our two outreach wings. One is going to be focusing on veterans, having theatrical classes for veterans, hopefully having veterans write, create, and produce productions that can then be packaged and sold, as well as performed here in the area. The other one is our cancer outreach. It's a traveling, or we call it a trunk show, the Bell and Star Trunk Show. And it's going to have a variety of lengths of sketches and short plays that we can actually take into patient homes, into hospice centers, and even into their hospital rooms, so that we can do sort of tailored theatrical events for individuals and their families who might not be able to get out to theaters.
Mm-hmm. And what's kind of the subject matter and theme behind those trunk shows?
There's going to be a variety of themes. Right now, we are working with sort of palliative care specialists to research what sort of themes and styles of theater people might like to view.
So it would probably be it could extend to things that have a theme or an impact regarding illness and recovery, but also might also be just something to take people's mind off of things.
Right. The thing that we've sort of run into right now, which I guess I sort of knew going in. I was my parents' primary caregiver during their end of life. Both of them died of cancer, and they didn't really want to sit around talking about cancer or death or loss, or even at some points recovery. And so a lot of the discussions that we had, a lot of the things that they wanted to see were more comedies, romances, things that really didn't necessarily focus on that aspect, maybe touched on that aspect a little bit, but really what they were wanting is they were just wanting entertainment that they didn't have to focus for long time periods on. But the only kind of entertainment that they could get really were television. And there's a certain magic to theater, that sort of give and take, that understanding, that symbiosis between the actor and the audience member that you just don't get from television. It offers more of a communicative kind of environment that I think people who are unable to get out, unable to see theater, might really enjoy.
Interesting, too, because of the challenges that puts out there, is that you would have to have things that can be done in a variety of settings. As you said, hospital room, maybe the family, common area of a hospital wing, or somebody's private home.
Absolutely.
So the show's got to be able to accommodate all those different kinds of spaces.
It's pretty exciting. It's sort of like setting out to write a haiku or a sonnet. There's a specific sort of function that needs to be done in a specific area with a specific time period that really, I think, fosters a certain creativity that you might not get otherwise with a more open-ended type of product.
You are also putting up a show coming up in the next few weeks, too.
That's right. It's The Seafarer by Connor McPherson. He's the guy that wrote The Weir. He is a really hot Irish playwright right now, very, very popular. And it's a classic Irish show, a couple of brothers that have been estranged, gotten together, kind of hate each other, love each other, a lot of drinking, a lot of fighting, a lot of cursing and funky Irish words. That sort of requisite mysterious Irish individual shows up, and who is he, what is he about, what kinds of skeletons in the closet are there.
Who's in the cast?
Oh, it's a great cast. I'm so excited to have these guys working with me. Dennis Barnett, who is a theatrical director and professor at Co., but also Greg Smith and Carrie Patrick, Tad Paulson. And I'm going to be on stage. Actually, usually I'm directing, but this is going to be one of my performances this year. And we're all being directed by David Morton, who's also a local theatrical guy.
You've lined up some of the premier male talent for this all male show.
Yeah, and we're having a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Where will it be?
It's going to be at the Shores Event Center, which is in the lower level of the Shores Central Park building on 16th Avenue. It's right between Co and Mount Mercy. It's part of the hopefully up and coming college district.
Right.
This
is a different venue than what SPT is.
That's
using,
right. SPT is in the upstairs venue, which is a larger space. Ours is the intimate venue, so we'll seat maybe 100 people. Tickets are only $10. One of the missions of the Foundry Performance Laboratory is we want people to actually have to have a difficult decision between going to see a $12 movie or a $10 show.
Okay.
It's when the shows are $25, it's a little easier to make that decision. But we want anybody who wants to go see a show be able to go see live theater.
What are the dates of the show?
We start on the 16th, so we do the 16th, 17th, 18th, and then we end on the 25th. So we do that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well. But the date that I'm particularly interested in getting out to people is our Tuesday, which is the 21st. That is our veterans free show. If you're a veteran, you come on in. You don't have to show anything. We'll believe you. You come on in. You can see the show for free. If you're not a veteran, you can come in. You pay your $10 and see the show. As you know, one of our outreach events is trying to get as many veterans involved in theater as possible. It's a good outlet.
So looking ahead, of course, you specifically talked in detail about involving veterans and also the cancer outreach program. For the shows that you're going to be performing, kind of what do you see your niche as? New plays, old plays, Irish plays?
Right. It's an all Irish show. No, it's really what they are is we kind of call them actor nerd shows. They're shows that actors might not, they're shows that non-theater goers might not know about, but actors know about and really want to do them.
And and that's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, all the actors that that I know have those shows that they just love.
Absolutely.
And but are always kind of afraid maybe, it might not be big enough, might not be profitable enough.
Right.
But boy, wouldn't it be fun to be able to do this show. So
and that's really the point for us is we're not looking to do profitable shows. We're looking to do shows that other people might not be able to do because they need to make the money. Smaller shows, intimate shows. We want that sense that the audience might even be right in the living room with those people, so it creates a tighter connection. That's one of the things that I think frees us up to choose these really small, maybe unknown shows.
You mentioned that the Foundry's now its own 501c3, so that means you can take donations.
Absolutely.
And are you looking for volunteer help, people to get involved? Obviously, you're very connected into the theater network in eastern Iowa, so can reach out to people, but are there opportunities for people who might not know you to get involved?
Absolutely. And you can contact me through Jason at thefoundrylaboratory.com, or you can just email my email directly, jason at jasonalberty.com. That's Alberty with a Y. And we are always looking for anyone who wants to volunteer, anyone who's got ideas. Specifically, we're going to start focusing on the veterans program. We are already writing shows for the cancer outreach, so if you're interested in getting in touch with us about that, we're very interested in that as well.
The show that's coming up is the Seafarer, and it's running the January 16th through the 25th. I have that right?
That is correct.
At the Shores Event Center, and your Foundry Performance Lab.com. Is that also your website?
That
Did
is
I,
our website.
did I get that right?
Yep, that's
Okay.
that's one of the websites. It is actually in working. I'm sorry, it's in construction right now.
Oh, okay.
To get tickets for the Seafarer, you go to shoreseventcenter.com.
Okay.
And it'll send you right to where you need to go.
All right. Well, Jason, good luck as you're building this new company up with all the different areas that you're going to be reaching out to. Hope the Seafarer goes well, and come back when you have your next thing to talk about.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Dennis.
Thanks, Jason. You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:20 a.m. on KCCK, or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture, or using your favorite podcast app. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.